In the glitzy world of the NBA, where dynasties rise and fall and superstars shine bright, the 2011 Dallas Mavericks championship run stands as an extraordinary tale. It's a story of underdogs defying the odds, a team written off by the basketball world, yet rising to claim the ultimate prize. Let's dive into this captivating journey that left an indelible mark on the annals of basketball history. The 2011 NBA Finals was a rematch of the 2006 showdown between the Dallas Mavericks and the Miami Heat. This time, however, the Heat were a force to be reckoned with, boasting a star-studded lineup featuring LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh in their prime. Vegas had installed Miami as a heavy 3-1 favorite, and the basketball world seemed to have already crowned the Heat as the champions in waiting. Game 1 went as expected, with the Heat cruising to an easy victory. In Game 2, they held a commanding 15-point lead with just 6 minutes remaining. But then, something extraordinary happened. The Mavericks, a team known for their resilience, refused to fold. Led by the indomitable Dirk Nowitzki, they launched a furious comeback. Nowitzki took over in the clutch, scoring the final 2 points with a left-handed layup over Bosh, stealing the win and breathing new life into the series. The turning point came in Game 4. The Mavericks, trailing in the fourth quarter, unleashed a suffocating defense on LeBron James. Using a masterful blend of zone and hybrid defenses, they frustrated James to no end. Jason Kidd, though significantly smaller, hounded James relentlessly, and Tyson Chandler's helped defense cut off his driving lanes. James, usually a dominant force, managed just 8 points, a career low, and was virtually invisible in the fourth quarter. The Mavericks capitalized on this, overcoming the deficit and winning the game. Game 5 saw the Mavericks shooters catch fire. They drained an astonishing 13 out of 13 three-pointers, a feat that left the Heat reeling. In Game 6, despite Nowitzki struggling early, Jason Terry and J.J. Barea stepped up. And when it mattered most, Nowitzki found his rhythm, scoring 10 crucial points in the final 7 minutes to seal the championship for Dallas, their first in franchise history. Before reaching the finals, the Mavericks had to navigate through a gauntlet of formidable opponents. In the first round of the playoffs, they faced the Portland Trail Blazers. The series was a nail-biter, with Game 4 seeing Brandon Roy score 18 points in the fourth quarter to spark a 23-point comeback for the Blazers, tying the series at 2-2. But the Mavericks refused to be fazed. With Nowitzki leading the charge on offense and Tyson Chandler anchoring the defense, they won the next 2 games and advanced to the second round. Next up were the defending champion Los Angeles Lakers. In Game 1, the Mavericks found themselves trailing by 16 points, but they staged a remarkable comeback in the third quarter, with their second unit outscoring the Lakers' bench 40-25. This proved to be the difference maker as they edged out the Lakers 96-94. In the subsequent games, they continued to dominate. Their defense on Kobe Bryant was outstanding, holding him to relatively low scores. The Mavericks swept the Lakers in 4 games, shooting an impressive 46% from three-point range, stunning the basketball world. The Western Conference Finals pitted the Mavericks against the Oklahoma City Thunder, led by the young and dynamic trio of Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. In Game 1, Nowitzki put on a historic performance, scoring 48 points on 12 of 15 shooting and a perfect 24 of 24 from the free throw line, setting a playoff record. After a loss in Game 2, the Mavericks bounced back. In Game 4, they erased a 15-point deficit in the final 5 minutes of regulation to force overtime and went on to win the game. In Game 5, they once again came from behind in the fourth quarter to secure the series win and advance to the NBA Finals. Heading into the 2010-2011 NBA season, the Mavericks were facing an uphill battle. Their roster was one of the oldest in the league. Dirk Nowitzki was 32, Jason Terry was 33, and Shawn Marion would turn 33 by the end of the season. The 38-year-old Jason Kidd was leading the NBA in all-time minutes played among active players. Age was seen as a major liability, and many believed it would hinder the team's chances of winning a championship. The competition in the league was fiercer than ever. The newly formed Miami Heat super team, the two-time defending champion Lakers, the ever-consistent Spurs, the Rising Thunder, and strong teams like the Chicago Bulls and Orlando Magic were all vying for the title. The Mavericks' recent playoff history was also a cause for concern. Since their loss in the 2006 finals, they had won only one playoff series in the next 4 seasons. To make matters worse, they lacked a clear second star, and their supporting cast was not considered championship caliber. Vegas oddsmakers ranked 6 teams above the Mavericks to win the championship, and the odds of Dallas winning were a daunting 1 in 21. However, the Mavericks defied the odds right from the start of the regular season. After the first 29 games, they had an impressive 24-5 record, on pace for a franchise-tying 67-win season. But then, disaster struck. Nowitzki went down with a knee injury and missed 9 games. Without their best player, the team struggled, losing 7 of those 9 games. To add insult to injury, Karen Butler, their second leading scorer, tore a tendon and was sidelined for the rest of the season. But the Mavericks refused to be defeated. When Nowitzki returned, the team found its form again. They went on a 10-game winning streak and won 19 of their next 21 games. The team finished the regular season with a 57-25 record, ranking 5th in the league. They had the 8th best offense and the 7th best defense, showing that they were a solid playoff team. The 2011 Mavericks championship was a result of several key factors. At the heart of the team was Dirk Nowitzki. In the playoffs, during 50 minutes of clutch time, he scored 66 points with an astonishing 77% true shooting percentage, including 15 of 28 from the field and an incredible 33 of 34 from the free throw line. His ability to perform under pressure was simply remarkable. The team's defense was equally important. Tyson Chandler, who would go on to win the Defensive Player of the Year award the following season, was a rock in the middle. His shot blocking and rebounding were crucial in protecting the paint. Jason Kidd and Shawn Marion were excellent wing defenders, and the team's ability to switch between different defensive schemes, especially against LeBron James in the finals, was a masterstroke. Another key to their success was their three-point shooting. In the playoffs, the Mavericks shot nearly 40% from three-point range. Players like Jason Terry, J.J. Barea, and Peja Stojakovic were deadly from long range. Their three-point shooting not only provided a scoring boost but also stretched the floor, creating more space for Nowitzki and other players to operate. The 2011 Dallas Mavericks championship may have seemed like a fluke at the time, but in reality it was a well-deserved victory. They were a more balanced team than many realized, with a deep roster that combined experience and youth. Their style of play, emphasizing shooting and team defense, was ahead of its time and set a precedent for modern-day basketball. Although the team disintegrated after winning the championship, the legacy of the 2011 Mavericks lives on. Dirk Nowitzki's place in basketball history was solidified, and his performance in the 2011 playoffs is still talked about and admired today. The 2011 Mavericks proved that with determination, teamwork, and strategic planning, any team can achieve the impossible. They will always be remembered as one of the most remarkable teams in NBA history, a true underdog story that continues to inspire generations of basketball fans.